Testing 1 2, testing, testing.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here today. We will call the meeting to order. And Dr. Ward, if you would mind saying our prayer and our pledge, please. Everybody stand.
Join in a formal prayer, please. Dear Father, we thank you for our many blessings. We thank you for the opportunity to gather this evening. Guide us as we make our decisions that affect our young people. We ask that you continue to bless and protect those individuals who may be suffering, especially with our latest tornadoes. We keep these in mind. We ask this in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you. Sandra, if you'll call the roll, please.
Kim DeShazo.
Here.
Sherry Tolbert.
Present.
Kathy Brown.
Here.
Steve Ward.
Here.
Jason Daniel.
Here.
All right. Thank you all for being here today. We've got a full house today. I had to park over at Walk-Ons. There's so many everybody here. Well, thank y'all. We'll get started. Board members, if y'all have had an opportunity to review tonight's agenda, then I will entertain a motion to adopt our agenda for the evening.
I'll move to adopt.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All right. All in favor of adopting tonight's agenda, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Motion carried. All right, let's see, is Lisa Bright here? Oh, there she is. Hey, Lisa, come on up, give our city update.
Thank you. Wow, we do have a big group here tonight. Thank you for allowing me to come in and give a city update. I'm Lisa Bright. We will have our workshop and council meeting on Thursday, with workshop beginning at 5 o'clock. Immediately following will be city council. We normally would meet next Tuesday, but because of spring break, we bumped it up to workshop. So if you're interested in attending, that will begin Thursday at 5 o'clock. We have our next chamber meeting Thursday as well. Thursday's a busy day. Thursday at 11:30 at the Civic Center. The Wheelbright Foundation will be sponsoring that, and Mike Ennis will be our speaker. So it should be a really good event, and then you can call the chamber if you'd like to make reservations for that. Next, we dedicated our 4th fire station last week. I'm not sure if you saw that on the news, but it was a really big accomplishment for the city. Having that fire station allows us to have the lowest rates when it comes to fire protection in your homeowner's insurance. So we're really glad to have that open. It also houses our city inspections department as well. So if you want to go take a little tour of it, stop by. I'm sure that the staff there would not mind showing you around. It's a beautiful facility. And then we also, as you probably know, had a little bit of a press release on garbage pickup for the city. So we asked for your grace and your patience as we navigate. We allowed provided the mayor to be able to go into contract negotiations with Amwaste, and we're working through that, and we will come back around. On that note, I will say one of the main things with the city that we have experienced different is our online sales tax is treated so differently than our regular retail sales tax. So I encourage you to shop local, including myself. I'm preaching to the choir on that. So keep that in mind as you're shopping, and shop our brick and mortar. That helps the city a lot. So thank you for allowing me to give you an update, and if there's not any questions, we'll have a good rest of our meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, Dr. Martin, I'll turn it over to you for recognitions.
All right, excited about this evening. We have several student groups that we're going to recognize. I've noticed a trend in my short time here as superintendent. We will do recognitions, and then usually those students and families leave, and then we recognize the next group. So because of this trend, one of the things that I would like to do for those parents that are here in the room, we're going to recognize some middle school students, we're going to recognize some high school students. I want to make sure that all parents are familiar with our Leadership Trussville group. Would you please wave if you're in our Leadership Trussville group there at the high school? So this is a group of students. They do projects throughout the year. It's an outstanding program. Amber Benson is there in the back. Amber, if you would wave as well. I would encourage your students to at least take a look at this program. They also do some partnerships with our elementary schools. So I know we're going to recognize students. I know at some point you'll vacate the facility here. They're going to present projects tonight, but please, parents, make sure you look into that program as well. It's an outstanding one. Before we recognize our students, I am privileged to announce here that Payne Elementary School was named a 2024 class banner school, and that's a pretty big deal. Class is our leadership council for the state, for all of our administrators. And so Dr. Lisa Lospike put together an outstanding program, and it was recognized by that group. And I've asked Dr. Lospike if she would come forward and share with us a little bit about that program. So Doctor, the floor is yours.
All right, so what we did at Payne for the 23-24 school year, we designed and implemented a framework to start our math lessons, and it's where we provide students with cognitive interest hooks to spark their curiosity, get them engaged, and to deepen their understanding of math. And so that was implemented with 225 second grade students in the 23-24 school year, and then we expanded to other grades at Payne as well. It's being fully implemented in Trussville City Schools now in all of our elementary schools K through 5 in math, so I'm really excited about that. But this high-yield strategy of providing these cognitive interest cues, what it does, it sparks students' natural curiosity, and it sparks their background knowledge, their excitement, and it primes them for the new learning. Not only did our hooks accomplish this, but these even captivated our students where they were fully immersed in the learning. It was just a sight to see. As a result, we achieved an unsurpassed increase in our second grade math growth compared to the previous year. We went from 71st percentile growth to 80th percentile, and this growth was consistent for all student proficiency levels. So what I mean by that is our high-risk students increased from 67th percentile growth to 78th percentile, our medium risk 71st to 77th, and our low risk or no risk math students went from 73rd to 81st. So it reached every student level. We've seen higher student motivation, engagement, deeper math understanding, and an increase in retention of concepts. So I want to introduce a few people who are really key in this effort. I want to start with our two assistant principals, Dr. Maggie Jensen and Ms. Kelly Shirley. And then I want to talk about these three ladies right here who are very key in this initiative. We have Dr. Donna Brumlow and Ms. Cynthia Wireman, our two math coaches. So a little bit about them. They were on the design team for these cognitive interest cues. We worked very closely together, and the three of us had an opportunity to speak at the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics conference in February in Kansas City on this topic, and it was so well received. We got a lot of great feedback. And then Miss Sarah Wilkes over here was a second grade teacher last year and teaching third grade this year, and she embraced these cognitive interest cues and took them actually to a higher level than we had ever anticipated. And I have to say, when we talk about the Husky experience, I taught Sarah, I was her math teacher in fourth grade. I taught her in fourth grade, and now she has taught two of my grandsons, so it's just like a full-blown experience. But I wanted to take a minute and let these three ladies maybe share their favorite cognitive interest hook with you very briefly so you get a better idea of what we're talking about. So, Donna, would you come up first?
Thank you all. It's so great to be here, and we're so excited to see the excitement in the students and see that they cannot wait to start a math lesson and begin the day with, when can we do math? When can we do math? I mean, where you heard that? So one of the hooks that we implemented that to this day, we have first graders that will talk about this hook and talk about the learning from that. And it was a measurement lesson to start a student that would use the objects or use objects to describe, identify, and compare length, weight, tall, short, those types of attributes. And so we started with, hey guys, bring in your favorite stuffed animal tomorrow. Didn't tell them why, just bring in a stuffed animal. So they of course, the curiosity's already starting. What's this about? Why are they wanting me to take this to school? So the next day, the teacher started the lesson with, hey, have you ever been to the veterinarian with your pet? You know, when you go to the vet, they measure to see how your animal is growing, weight. They look at different sizes, and they make sure that the dog or cat or other animal is growing properly. So today, you're going to be a veterinarian. You're going to get to measure your animal and what you brought with you. And so without giving them parameters on what they could do, the teacher laid out cubes, laid out plastic chains, chain links, laid out rulers, and just watched. And the children were measuring, and they were laying the animal on the table and putting tape measure around it and really thinking about, what is the size of this animal? And so they all discussed what they found, what they realized, how many cubes long, how big around, and they started comparing each other's. And so it was a beautiful lesson. To this day, we have first graders say, I want to be a vet. I really want to be a veterinarian because that was so fun. But they learned. And the teachers said feedback that they really understood that concept. So that was one example from a kindergarten class.
I'll be fast. All right, someone invented this, and I paid $15 for it on Amazon. What does this have to do with math? And I'll give you a hint. I'm on a telling time lesson, something that's difficult for second graders. The relationship between minutes and hours. And then if I speed it up for you, you're going to see that one of the googly eyes is going a lot faster than the other one. And think if you were in second grade, what you'd have to say about it. And if you'd have an entry point, and if it would get you excited and curious about what you were going to learn that day. You think it would make a difference? It makes a big difference.
Hi, so they did such an amazing job of creating like our hooks for us inside our curriculum, and some of our other third grade teachers did too. And so one of the hooks was a roller coaster, and we applied it to arrays in multiplication. And so as they watched a video of a roller coaster, and my students know that I love roller coasters, and so I was all into it. And so instead of just having them sitting on the carpet, I had them to actually act like they were getting on to a roller coaster, sit in like their rows and their columns, put their hands up, and we like rode the roller coaster together. And that was such an amazing hook for them because it really helped them connect and think back, okay, I'm not just thinking of roller coaster, like I'm thinking of when I rode on that roller coaster in class. And so that was one of the amazing ones they did. But then they came to me.
Let me say one thing. So imagine going into her room. There's a roller coaster video playing, and these kids are swaying and doing all this.
They were all into it. They loved it. Yes, they make it easy because they love stuff like that. Yeah. And then another one, they came to me and they asked me if I would be interested in having the soccer coach and some soccer players from the high school come to my classroom because we were doing two-step word problems. And a lot of the word problems were about sports because that's just kind of easy to connect. And so I was like, of course, because I've been with my kids for 2 years and I know that they love soccer. We play soccer every day at recess. The whole class is playing together. And so they came in and we made it into a two-step word problem rather than just being like, okay, they're coming in and then the word problems will be about soccer. We made the actual real-life world problem while they were there. So we had them time the players, how many times they could kick back and forth in a minute, and then how many times I could kick with one of the players in a minute, and who could kick more. And then we turned it into, okay, well, if they went to every third grade classroom, how many kicks would they do? And then they got to go and work with their partner and make a poster about it, and it really just allowed me to see them dive deep. So I'm super thankful for the intentional work that they do to put this together, and my kids love it. So, yes.
Okay, April's going to take a picture.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Dr. Losspike, you and your team. So Payne Elementary School, if you look at ACAP scores, you can see that these results are paying off with our students. Dr. Losspike, you'll be recognized, I know, with other Banner School recipients, correct? Hey, Sarah, would you come here real quick and stand next to Dr. Losspike? So I know you're looking here and you say, wait, Sarah, Lisa Losspike, Sarah, Lisa. It is true, Dr. Losspike started teaching when she was 13 years old. So I just, when she says that, I want to make sure that they allowed younger people to teach back during that time. You're welcome, you're welcome. Can we give them a round of applause? Ladies, thank you. All right, we have a couple of student recognitions here. The month of March is Music in Our Schools Month, so we have coming forward right now our middle school band program. And our middle school band program is directed by Brandon Peters, as well as Corinth Lewis and Shannon Moore. And I'm going to have you introduce our students here in just a second. You heard Dr. Lospike talk about the Husky experience. And one of the things that we talk about quite often here in Trussville is we'd like to see everyday excellence in the areas of academics, athletics, and the arts. And we recently had our Leadership Trussville Day. It was Education Day on Thursday, and so we pulled out some old yearbooks, and I thought this was interesting. In a 1941 yearbook, I believe it was, correct, Ms. Tyner, you and Amy Pritchett, didn't they find in there, it said in 1941 they wanted their students to be brainy, brawny, and breezy. And so I thought, wait a minute here, excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts, brainy, brawsy, and breezy. So with that said, you know, if we're looking at the arts, we want to make sure we're excelling in that area, and Mr. Peters is going to share with us how we're doing that at the middle school. Thank you.
We have a lot of awesome students in our middle school band, and tonight we have with us some students who are recognized at the metro area and in the state level for their excellence this year. And so we have Tabitha Jameson, Rylan Spence, Paige Sewell, Judah Galot, Charlie Hodges, and a couple more, Emma Inez, and Cora Williamson that could not be here tonight. But these students placed at the metro level being recognized as the most outstanding middle school band students in Jefferson and Shelby County, and then Tabitha, Rylan, and Charlie placed at the state level being recognized as the most outstanding middle school band students in the state of Alabama. Please give them a round of applause.
Can they tell us what instrument they play?
Okay.
Sure.
Yes.
You all can do that.
I play trombone. And I also play trombone. I also play trombone. I also play trombone. I play tuba.
Oh, yeah! What's up with that?
All right. Thank you, Ms. Peters. Appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all.
We'll just have you follow Ms. Chamberlain out there. And parents, if you have a student here, we're going to have them. Now, with our larger groups, we'll take them out this way, back down the hallway. But parents, they will meet you out there in the foyer. Our next group that we have our middle school chorus. And our middle school chorus, let's see here, under the direction, are they coming in? Okay. All right. Under the direction of Nicole Hill. And Ms. Hill, I'm going to have you introduce your students for us, if you would. Will you come to the podium here? Use that mic, thanks.
All good? Okay. We had 26 students try out for All-State. And if you don't know what Alabama Vocalization All-State is, it is the top four choirs in the state, or five. There's five. In middle school, there's only two. And it's very rare that this happens, but we took 26 and had 19 make it. We have a few absent tonight for different reasons because they're all involved. But that is a really big deal. In 21 years of teaching, I've never had a group that big. My biggest group was like 14. So I'm really, really proud of these young ladies and young men. We have Ella Averett. I didn't say that right. Averett, sorry. We have Ellie Kaufman. Have Emma Kate Cook, Marissa Gilmore, Claire Hill, Marcus Hill, Cadence Matthews, Sophia Moore, Jenny Kate Osborne, Charlie Solomon, Jana Van, Sahaley Weber, and Amy Yu. We also had the opportunity, we were one of the 8 schools chosen in the state to perform in Montgomery in the state capitol rotunda and in another building while we were there as well. And they made us these very nice posters that I want to make sure you got one as well, sir. with our name on it so that everybody get to see what they've accomplished this year. And so Haley, you want to pass those out for me? If is it okay if she comes back there to give y'all something real quick?
Oh, yeah.
We have some wristbands that we've made for the middle school choir now. And if you want one, you're welcome to raise your hand and she'll give you one as well. So, thank you so much.
It's a long haul.
Picture.
Okay.
So could you put them in 2 rows?
Thank y'all. Would y'all make these?
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, I love it. That's not my phone. Nope. You're here. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Can we hear it for the Hewitt Trussville Middle School Choir? Thank you very much.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thanks for being here tonight.
And the crowd disappears. Oh, yeah.
All right, and we transition from our middle school choir to our high school choir under the direction of Dr. Ben Cook. Dr. Cook, would you bring your group forward for us, please?
Hello.
And I'll have you introduce everyone and then tell us a little bit about yourself. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Do you mind using that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, I like this. This is nice. All right, good evening, everyone. I kind of snuck in there at the end of that to see the last session because I actually am a parent of one of those kids. So I get to support them as dad, and now I get to be here as teacher. But I'm Ben Cook, and I'm the high school director at Hewitt Trussville High School for the choir. And these are some of our all-state choir students. Unlike Mrs. Hill, number one, I am not going to remember without having everybody's names in front of me, so I've got their names right here. Also, I did not bring any goodies. I didn't know that we were having a swag fest up here, but we had 16 students from the high school make one of the Alabama Vocal Association All-State Choirs. Justice Andrzejewski, Sarah Buttram, Lillianne Campbell, Kelsey Dudley, Riley Godfrey, who's not here, she could not be here tonight, nor could Katie Harris, McCord Haynes, Eli Hollingsworth, Wesley Miller, also could not be here, Murphy Peterson, Callie Self, who also could not be here, Stella Shipman, Kennedy Singh, and if you notice I skipped over a couple, that was our SATB choir. In the SSAA choir, we also have Miss Kylie Royster and Jillian Benson, and Mr. Alex Fisher in the TTBB choir. That's the tenor, baritone, bass, soprano, alto, and the others were soprano, alto, tenor, bass. So an outstanding accomplishment for these kids to make it. I want to point out a couple of them for a couple of different reasons. Kelsey Dudley and Stella Shipman are very special in this case because they first made All-State their 7th grade year with me at Hewitt Trussville Middle School back in 2020, and today, or this year, they are going to complete their 6th All-State choir. That means that they will have been in All-State choirs for as long as they have been eligible to be in All-State, and that is a huge accomplishment. It's very difficult to make All-State. And those ladies made it all 6 years of eligibility. Additionally, we have a couple of special kids in this group. Mr. Eli Hollingsworth and Miss Stella Shipman were selected as our district's outstanding choral students. And when I say district, I don't mean Trussville City Schools. The Alabama Vocal Association has 7 districts, and we are in District 3, which encompasses all of Jefferson County and Walker County. So a very huge honor for them to have been selected as outstanding choral students. A couple weeks ago, our choirs went to state choral performance assessment where we were assessed alongside the other choirs in the state of Alabama, and I'm happy to say that all 3 of our choirs at Hewitt-Trussville High School came away with superior ratings in every category by every judge. Several of those scores were perfect scores, and some of them were 1 point away from being perfect scores. Our chamber choir in particular only lost 2 points the entire time, which is practically unheard of. So these are outstanding kids making some outstanding accomplishments. So
Thank you.
Can we do a picture? Do you mind getting staggered in 2 rows?
All right.
So we can do pictures.
can you all stagger in 2 rows with tallest people in back? Less, yeah, that means you're in front. All right. You two, girl. All right.
Good.
All right. Yeah, you're tall.
All right. Dr. Cook, thank you.
Thanks, Dr.
for being here. Thank you for being here tonight, students.
Congratulations. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all for having us.
Thank you for sharing.
Members of the board, that's recognitions for this evening.
All right, thanks, everybody. All right, moving into our consent, Mr. Kirkland is up with the financial report. You always get to follow the recognitions. I'm so sorry. We need to put you in a different
Equally as
spot.
exciting.
Yes, just as exciting as, sorry, Jim.
For tonight, pleased to announce that all bank accounts are reconciled to the general ledger. The financial extract has been uploaded to the State Department with all necessary edits corrected for the month. Our total expenditures and transfers out in the general fund are at 38.9% of our budget compared to 40.45% of our budget. This year, ad valorem revenues are at 81.7% of our budget, which is about 3.2% higher than this time last year. And as always, upon approval by the board, the monthly financial report will be posted on our website for public review. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. All right, next is consent agenda. You all have had an opportunity to review that. I'll take a motion to adopt the items listed on the consent agenda.
I make a motion.
A second.
Second.
All right, items for discussion. Dr. Martin, anything you want to bring to our attention?
Yes, I've pulled a couple of items here from consent agenda this evening. If board members will take note of item number 5. This is a recommendation under consent to approve the 2025-2026 as well as the 2026-2027 school calendars. A lot of feedback given throughout the various groups, and I did ask Dr. Poovey if she would say just a quick word on the calendar committees and the process undergone here.
So we appreciate that we had parents, students, teachers, and administrators work with us on these committees. It was good to have them in separate groups so that everyone had a good opportunity to voice their concerns and their thoughts and some great fresh ideas. So we appreciated all that input that led us to make some changes to our initial calendar, leading us to option 2 that we all worked through on the second calendar. But we had some great input, more so than we've had in the past. Any questions on the calendar that I can answer for you?
I can just say, I appreciate Dr. Peavy and all the effort that went into it. I came and attended the parent committee meeting as a parent, actually, and just the feedback that was given by all the parents that were on that committee, I think we've done the best we can. I mean, everyone would like a 13 or 14 week summer. Everyone would like 3 weeks at Christmas, a full week at Thanksgiving. I mean, but getting in 180-ish days is it's a challenge. And with all the opinions and all, I think you've done a great job. I think it's a good product that we're presented with tonight. It's the best compromise I think we can do, but I like it.
And Dr. Poovey, both options, both for the 25, 26, and 26, 27, that was option number 2, correct, for each of them that was approved. So, all right. Okay. Next item that I have here, item number 7, recommendation to approve the 25, 26 Hewitt Trussville High School Curriculum Guide and Course Description Guide. I just wanted to make sure that, that's a document that Dr. Poovey as well as Mr. King and his team have been working on, so we bring that as a recommendation this evening as well.
I did have a question about that.
Okay.
So I know we have a lot of AP classes, we have gen ed classes, there's advanced classes it's kind of the in-between. Are we keeping all of those? I know there's been we got a lot more AP classes now than we used to. We're still keeping the advanced level classes? Yes, no?
So, yes, we found out that the College Board offers pre-AP, which provides us a full curriculum. Previously, we had to get rid of that curriculum because they were charging $1,000 per course per year. But because we offer some of the qualifying AP courses, that fee's waived. So we receive all of the curriculum and the resources that come with those courses. Essentially, it's our advanced classes, but with the idea to help students bridge the gap between a general class and the AP class.
Okay.
So it's what an advanced class should do.
Sure. You get and then you get the 0.5 additional
Yes.
opportunity, credit opportunities. Okay. Good. I can only say from personal experience, I've got a kid that wants to take AP classes but doesn't want to overload with 4 or 5 AP classes. So having that middle of the road one helps with balancing that balance, I guess. So good. I'm glad to hear that that's an option. We're keeping that.
And that is available on the high school website, the curriculum guide, so that individuals can go out and seek that out. We're going to skip down to item number 12, the approval of bus cameras and an upgrade for several of our buses in the transportation department. I just wanted to note that this is paid for out of A&T funds, so not out of the general fund. Mr. Kirkland and his team have done a very good job of, I think the original budget we were anticipating was $150,000, and so as board members will note, this amount that he's been able to negotiate is significantly lower than what was originally budgeted. Item 13, approved 25-26 tuition, and this actually arrives to us from Board of Education policy, which dictates how we determine our tuition. Tuition to attend Trussville City schools outside of zone boundaries is $5,500 on an annual basis. We do split that up at times, and we'll charge that per month. And the way that that's arrived at is they take overall local revenues and divide that out by our ADM to make that determination, and that's what we've arrived at once doing that calculation. So $5,500 is the tuition rate per Board of Education policy. Item 17, you'll note there, I wanted to make sure that this is an item where we're approving an individual to support our storm shelters and opening of those. And the reason I've highlighted this is I just want to commend Mr. Meads and the team. I know we just had our storm shelters open this past week. I think you were there 8 or 9 hours. Is that correct? Our 4 shelters are the middle school and all 3 elementary schools. There have been 2 other times where we've had to open those shelters, I believe, after 11 o'clock p.m. There were times you and I were on the phone after 3 o'clock a.m. So I just want to take this opportunity and commend you and your team. The Magnolia shelter, if I'm correct, had 90 individuals that were in attendance there on Saturday. So just so the city knows, we do have a safe place for individuals to go, and we're very fortunate to have folks like Jared Meads and his team that are willing to go into those shelters. So we thank you, Mr. Meads. And then the next item was I'm going to go back one, item 16, which is the recommendation to approve the turf replacement at the stadium. Talking with Coach Walker, talking with Coach Floyd, we are at end of life of our current turf, and so we had a bid here within the last couple of weeks, competitive bid, taking the low bid on this project, and we anticipate as soon as I'm just going to ask real quick, our seniors over here, raise your hand if you're a senior and you're graduating in May. So as soon as they walk off the field, the trucks will come onto the field to start demoing that turf, so we have a new surface for next year. So,
And that's just because we have to, I mean, that's,
yeah, they use GMAX scores to the buoyancy of the turf and look at that from a safety standpoint. We do have that rating score on our website, I believe, under the high school. It may be under facilities, I take that back. But we do share that with the general public, and like I mentioned, that's the buoyancy of the turf, the safety of the turf, and we're at end of life and it's time to change.
What's the normal life expectancy of the turf?
10, 12
Is it
years?
10
Yep.
to 12?
8 to 10, I'm sorry, I said 10 to 12.
yeah,
8 to
8
10.
to 10 and we're on 11? Okay.
And Coach Walker said that the turf that we had purchased guarantees state championships in not just football, but other sports as well. Is that correct?
Magic power.
Yeah, we purchased that upgrade. Yeah, it's in the warranty,
I
so.
assume this is a more, better improvement. The latest turf's going to go in, so there have been some improvements over the years, I assume.
Better product than 10 years ago.
You want to share where this wasn't a situation where we looked in a magazine and said, yeah, that turf looks nice. Do you mind sharing all the different places that you went? Go ahead there. Just to investigate, I know you and Coach Floyd really went all over the Southeast in your investigations.
Yeah, Coach Floyd and I have learned a lot more about turf in the last couple months than we ever wished we would. But yeah, there's a lot of different options out there. Now they have new technology with a pad underneath the turf that helps with head injuries and everything of that nature. Also, the infill that you see in the turf, primarily 10 years ago was the black rubber, which is hot. And now they've gone to more of an organic infield that can be, 25, 30 degrees cooler, which is really nice in the summer. So, yeah, we went to a lot of schools, a lot of places, and we're excited about this project.
I got a question. So when you put turf on the football field, is it the same or different than under the pavilion? I mean, is it a sport? I mean, because we're practicing under there. So how does that, it's kind of basically the same turf?
Correct, yeah. What's under the pavilion is very similar to what is at our stadium right now.
This is entirely different from what they're putting in the sports complexes, and it's baseball, softball fields. It's
Correct.
Because it's for football.
Right. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And then the remainder of consent agenda, members of the board can see we have various bid renewal recommendations. We have a few job descriptions that received first reading last month, bringing to the board for second reading this month, facility use requests, and then field trip requests. And so, Madam President, that takes us through the end of consent agenda.
Any other discussion or items you want to ask questions about or bring up? All right, all in favor of adopting the items listed on the consent agenda, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carried. That brings us to personnel.
All right, personnel report, our headings under the personnel report this evening. We do have two recommendations for resignation, one reassignment or recommendation for transfer. We have a few long-term substitute recommendations as well as 3 leave of absence recommendations. Members of the board can see recommendations for schedule change, employee extra services agreement recommendation, and that makes up the personnel report for this evening.
Okay. I'll take a motion to approve the items listed in the personnel report.
So moved.
Second? Any further discussion? All right, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. New business.
All right, our first item here under new business is to place on the table a first reading of the elementary school donation sheets. And after conferring and meeting this morning with Mr. Kirkland as well as Dr. Poovey, there are no changes to these sheets from the 24-25 to 25-26 school year.
Okay. I'll take a motion to adopt the, this is the first reading.
Just
So
the
I guess
first
I'll take a motion to put it on the table for the first, as it is stated.
I make a motion.
All right, second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's on the table.
All right. Second item that we have this evening under new business is to place on the table for our first reading a job description for student intern maintenance workers. We have several very, very talented students who are working in various trades, whether they're going to the craft center or working in our CTE programs with folks such as George Logan and others. And so we would like to take an opportunity to allow those students to work with our red shirts over the course of the summer. And so what this does is allow us to have a job description that enables them to have that opportunity.
They get paid?
They would, yes.
Heck yeah, we need to apply for a job at the DeShazo House. Good deal. Okay, anybody, I'll take a motion to adopt placing this item on the table.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, also on the table.
Jed, is that with one D?
Yes.
Two? All right, item number 3 here. These next 2 items are not for action before the Board of Education, more informational. Item number 3 is an informational item for the 25-26 Board of Education meeting schedule, which, again, is very similar to the 24-25 meeting schedule before the Board of Education. So we would continue to look at the 3rd Monday of each month to conduct the business of the board. The next item there is a discussion item for members of the Board of Education, and this is the Assistant Administrator Accountability Act, which would require an opt-in option. This is something that I've worked with legal counsel on, our board attorney, Whit Colvin. Had a meeting with our assistant principals on Friday to have a conversation about this opt-in. What this would do is it would extend our current contract principal option that we have with principals, which each of our principals are currently on a contract, to our assistant principals and move them, if the board so chooses, from the Student First Act legislation to this Accountability Act, and allow them to work under a contract very similar to how principals work under a contract. So this is for discussion this month, and if favorable by the Board of Education, we would bring a recommendation next month before the board.
This is new. The state has just created this, or?
Mr. Colvin.
It's legislation from last year, and it basically just extends the contract principal law to other assistant administrators, including assistant principals, assistant CSFOs, and assistant superintendents, potentially. The opt-in part, the statutory language is a little bit confusing, but it says the board has to opt in. That means that any new administrators in those categories would be employed under contract. And then there's also a process for current assistant principals to be able to opt in. So it's sort of a double opt-in, an opt-in by the board and then an opt-in by employees as well.
So if you're a new hire, you don't automatically.
If you're a new hire, if the board opts in, new hires will automatically be offered a contract, just like our contract principals. But it's just those who were employed with the board before July 1st, 2024, which is the date set forth in the act.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
That's more than I've talked in a lot of meetings.
Thank you for the chance. Thank you, Mr. Colvin.
Is there anything for us to vote on, or are we just discussing
This is just a discussion item to answer any questions before we bring this before the Board of Education.
Okay. All right. And basically, the main thing is that current administrators they get a choice.
Can opt in as well, yes.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Any further questions, discussion? All right. Administrative reports.
One administrative report this evening. We've got a video we'll show, and then I'll turn things over to Ms. Benson. Ms. Benson is kind enough to allow me to come in several times throughout the year to meet with the leadership class, which is, I know you don't believe this, one of my favorite things that I get to do as superintendent is sit and talk with you and work on different projects. The last class, remember, I had you give us your elevator speeches. Do you remember that? You had to stand up and give us your 30s. Brooks, I'm looking your way. I know you're not making eye contact. What do you think? You think you got it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, let's go.
So you want to learn about me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, my name is Brooks Maddox. I'm a senior here at Trussville High School, of course. I'm part of leadership here at Trussville. If you don't know what that is, it's a class that connects the classroom to the community. So what we do is we kind of go around Trussville learning about things like Dr. Martin and the school board and what they do for us. And also other things like municipalities, such as Trussville Gas and Water, and everything they do for us and how great they are. And just leadership roles around the city in general, and learning how to be a leader. Me specifically, I'm part of SCA. I'm the vice president at Trussville this year, which I've enjoyed greatly. We actually have Family Feud next week, or this week actually.
This week, yeah.
Great. Awesome event, fundraiser. And what else? I've run track for 6 years. There we go. That's about it.
All right.
Leadership Trussville, great program.
Let's give Brooks a hand. Brooks, President DeShazo just asked if I had prompted you before that I was going to call. Did I prompt you before? No. That's terrific. Brooks had a chance to work at Education Day, correct? And then Leadership Trussville also saw you at the high school doing some other, they started to think that Brooks was an assistant principal at the high school at one point. So, yes. Ms. Chamberlain, can we watch our video on these outstanding students, please?
Far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. This quote by Theodore Roosevelt perfectly captures what Leadership Trussville aims to accomplish. In this program, every project, every initiative, and every challenge is an opportunity for students to work on something that matters. These students are not just leading, they're making a real difference, and that difference is the real prize. I'm Amber Benson, Business Academy teacher at Trussville High School, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to work alongside our students as we connect the classroom to the community. Leadership Trussville began in 2021 after a conversation with Mayor Buddy Choate, Trussville High School Principal Joy Young, and June Matthews and Melissa Walker with the Trussville Area Chamber of Commerce. Without hesitation or interruption, the support for our students has been everyone's main priority. This unique partnership brings together Trussville City Schools' mission for providing excellent educational and skill training opportunities and the city's 2040 vision of creating strong relationships between the city government, local businesses, and the school system.
Hi, my name is Laura Ann James. I've been a part of the Leadership Trussville class for 2 years. Before taking this class, I did not have strong leadership skills like public speaking or working in a group. However, after learning about each department in the city and how they work together, it has given me a completely different perspective about our city and how it works. Through having opportunities of working on a city improvement project myself and getting to connect with the city leaders and how they work with different departments, I've grown more confident in things like public speaking, teamwork, and just being overall more confident in myself.
Leadership Trussville is a year-long course designed to provide students with the behind-the-scenes look at our city. Learning from our city leaders, merchants, and community champions, this experience leads students to develop the skills needed to effectively organize, develop, create, and present a project proposal based on the needs of the Trussville community. This extraordinary partnership offers students the opportunity to develop leadership skills, gain knowledge of business management, city government, and community service, and to apply these skills within the Trussville area. These skills seamlessly transfer into both college and adult life, helping guide students from learning today to leading tomorrow, empowering them with the knowledge and confidence to navigate future challenges and take on leadership roles.
Hello, my name is Sadie Benson and I'm a senior here at Trussville High School. Something that I've learned while in Leadership HT is the importance of networking. This skill of making connections with individuals of all abilities will definitely aid me in the future as I grow and learn about different areas of my career. Networking allows us to always have a familiar face around, making future opportunities less scary and more impactful.
The selection process for Leadership Trussville begins in the early spring each year with faculty nominations. Nominated students are reviewed and applications are sent to select students who meet the course requirements. Each application received is evaluated and scored. Highest scoring applicants are invited to interview with the selection team consisting of industry professionals. Interviews are evaluated and scored. References are also contacted if more information is needed, and then the final selection is made. Since the program is focused on connecting the classroom to the community, there are several benefits for both our students and our community. Over the years, it has been pure joy to see these outstanding students apply real-world knowledge, increase their civic engagement, step outside of their comfort zone, create valuable networking opportunities, and foster a sense of accomplishment and pride as they see their positive impact on the community.
Hi, my name is BJ Allen and I'm a junior here at Trussville High School. I think that communication is something that I've really developed through the Leadership HT class. Throughout this school year, we have done numerous things that have involved communication and has made me have to speak in front of my peers and people I've never met before. I have always been nervous when I have to speak in front of others, but this class has made me step out of my comfort zone and made me realize that it isn't so bad after all.
It has provided them access to career pathways and has helped them build professional skills through the work with local leaders. This work has allowed them a safe space to develop professional communication, public speaking skills, project management, and event planning skills that will serve them well in their future careers. It has also taught them about the importance of ethics and accountability in the workplace.
Hi, my name is Ava Claire Foster, and I'm a junior at Trussville. Throughout my time in leadership, I've had the amazing opportunity to meet with Mr. Ben Short many times to help work on our city improvement projects. He inspires me and my group to be better leaders by showing us the importance of diligence and dedication to your project and putting 100% passion in whatever you do. By his utmost kindness and willingness to work with us to formulate our ordinance, he shows us how important it is to not only pour time into your goals and projects, but also to pour time into those you are leading around you.
The community benefits from the fresh perspective and energy of students who are motivated to make a difference. Leadership Trussville projects often focus on real issues with students contributing their time, ideas, and resources to solve problems and improve quality of life. The community is directly impacted by the development of future leaders who we hope will return to Trussville to live, work, shop, and worship. Students engage in volunteer work and service projects, contributing to the overall well-being of the community. They serve as positive role models for their peers, not only at the high school, but also the middle and elementary schools. This collaboration across generation bridges the gap, forming a sense of shared responsibility as our students work alongside community leaders and business owners. This program creates a symbiotic relationship where both students and the community grow, learn, and thrive together. Strong community ties have been created since the inception of Leadership Trussville. We have seen over 80 students come through the program and numerous completed city improvement projects. These projects include the Welcome to Downtown Trussville sign on Main Street, Greenway bridges, a community garden at the library, Home of the Husky signs, Community Impact Awards, increased hallway signage at Trussville High School, emergency blue lights on the Greenway, sports complex directional signs, an updated signage on the John LeMaster Disc Golf Course, and these are just to name a few. These projects would not have been possible without the unwavering support from Trussville City Schools, the Chamber of Commerce, and community leaders and businesses who have donated their time, funding, and expertise. Over the years, Leadership Trussville students have served on local boards as junior members for the Adult Leadership Trussville class and Huskies Together. The vision for the program is endless. Every year brings new opportunities as our school system and city continue to grow and thrive. As alumni return to Trussville to pursue family and careers, our hope is they will connect with the new Leadership Trussville classes and serve as mentors and advisory members. We hope to expand our leadership reach and collaboration to the greater Birmingham area and even the state level. As we celebrate our students, our school system, and our city, let's remind ourselves how blessed we truly are to have received the best prize life has to offer, the chance to work hard at work worth doing.
Good job.
Good evening. Thank you, Board, for having us here this evening. Students, we're so proud of you, and I consider myself extremely lucky and fortunate to have this opportunity to work alongside y'all every day. I'm continuously amazed at not only how bright y'all are, but how much energy that you bring, not only to the classroom, but to the community. And all of you are involved in so much more than just school. So we are proud of you. Congratulations. We will begin our city improvement project presentations. We have 2 this year that are focused on our school system. So while the health initiative group comes forward, I'll let them walk this way. Also take a second, Ms. Counselor Lisa Bright, always so supportive of our program, and we thank you for that from day one. So thank you.
Yay, girls. My girls I know. Awesome.
Be sure to speak in camera.
Okay.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing well tonight. Today we are here to talk to you about a topic that is negatively affecting 30 million teenagers in the U.S. every day and 150,000 students just in this state. It hurts their health and creates long restroom lines, and let's be real, no one wants to wait in line to go to the restroom, am I right? If you're wondering what we're talking about, we are referring to vaping. We are the HTHS Health Initiative Group. I'm Fallon DeMint. I'm a senior here at HTHS.
My name's Mackenzie Stewart. I'm also a senior.
And I'm Janie Steele. I'm also a senior. Our goal is to positively impact the health and safety of students at HTHS. We are striving to eliminate long lines in the bathroom and, more importantly, impact the comfort level of the students in our bathroom environment and also our school environment as a whole.
Okay, just a little more about the detector. So it protects the privacy of students because it doesn't use a camera, so it's a perfect solution for privacy areas like the bathrooms. The sensor will provide vape detection, smoke detection, THC detection, and sound detection of abnormalities like gunshots and shouting in areas where cameras can't be placed. So the sensor will also detect keywords like help and aggressive motion/tamper.
Okay, so in total at HTHS, there are 26 student-used restrooms. There are 16 in our academic wings, and our initial plan is to get the 16 taken care of and then hopefully move on to the other 10. So our cost is, each halo detector is about $1,695. After doing some rough calculations, 16 halos, if we wanted to do our phase 1 of the plan, would be about $27,000. If we wanted to move on and do all of the bathrooms at once, all 26, it'd be about $44,000. They are wired in, so there isn't batteries and there shouldn't be any maintenance needed.
Our possible funding options are with the Huskies Together Foundation. We have been in contact with Board of Directors member, Dr. Rachel Poovey, and we also plan to meet with Lisa Bright. We also plan to reach out to the Trussville City Schools Foundation due to their past financial assistance with other schools in our school system. And we've also been in contact with the Trussville Police Department and our SROs due to their duty and their interest in maintaining our school safety and our community safety. We've also been in contact with Chris Adwell, the owner of Electronic Communications Incorporated, who's offered to purchase these Halo sensors at cost and install them for free.
And to continue this project, we just need approval to take next steps from the school board and just any feedback you may have. Thank you for your time.
Hey, gentlemen, just a second. Any questions, board members? Yeah, maybe some questions, ladies.
Do y'all have any?
Yes, it is. Okay. I have a question. So it's going to be hardwired, right? So what is just saying that the power go off? Will they have batteries as a backup or what?
I think that once the power comes back on, it would just rewire back to what, like normal.
I don't know if the school has generators, but that might also play a part in it. We'd have to like look into it a little more, of course, okay. But I'm sure we could figure something out.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else?
Good job, girls. Thank you. It's a great job.
Yes, they go into the bathroom.
Well, the teachers can't go in the bathroom. So there's no, can't put a camera in there. So this is it goes off.
No teachers can't go in the bathroom.
Well, they can, but
Move it on.
All right, good evening, everybody. We are a part of the HHS Sports Media Internship. Start off, my name is BJ Allen, and I am a junior, and I'm part of the HHS band.
My name is David Carter. I'm a senior, and I'm on the basketball team. And our other team member, Sydney Williams, she's currently at cheer tryouts, and wish her the best of luck with tryouts.
Yay.
So, what is the Sports Media Internship Program? Before I talk more about that, I'd like to share with y'all a quick story. So, as some of y'all may know, I'm on the basketball team. And one thing I like to do whenever I play any game, I like to step in the gym and just like look at my surroundings and calm my nerves down. But this particular game, we were playing Vestavia. and it was 2 days after we had lost to Oak Mountain, so it's kind of like a big game for us. And so when I was looking around the stadium, I noticed that they had a Jumbotron, and I was like, that's cool. We have a Jumbotron too, so there's nothing really to it. But I saw that they had the live game broadcasted on the Jumbotron at the same time as going on, and I thought that was very cool. And then I was thinking, I'm like, it must be some fancy high-tech rig that they got. And then I'll look, and it's just some student running the little camera following the game. And I'm like, that's definitely something that we could have at Trussville. And like, the recording live games is not just it, like the possibilities are endless. And so when Mr. Lance, our AD Lance Walker, came with the idea, I thought it was a great idea, and I had to jump on it. So my bad. More about our program is more than just recording games. It's taking pictures, writing articles, operating the lights at the football games, and soon to be at the basketball stadium. And it just allows kids to practice their event management and sports management skills in high school before they get to their career.
So our purpose for this project is to provide students with hands-on experience in sports media while offer them opportunities for scholarships and recommendation letters to support their future success.
We're currently right now in collaborations with our PA announcer, Chad Summers, and our very own AD, Lance Walker. And our plan for participating for students is we had a meeting with Chad Summers, and he wanted to do more like a club kind of thing, which allows kids to do it before school, after school, anytime they have time. And it also allows people who play sports to also be a part of the program.
So currently we are seeking sponsorships or in contact with two local tech companies here in Trussville. The first one being Adam Black Media, which is a marketing firm here in Trussville that helps small to mid-sized organizations grow using social media, websites, events, and many more. And Night Edie, which is a creative agency that specializes in social media and design. So for our potential awards and achievements, in order to help students prepare for college, like I mentioned previously, they will have the opportunity to gain scholarship money or a recommendation letter to help in college.
And our ask is approval from the school board to implement this into our school system and any feedback that y'all have about our program.
I got a question. So, good job, great job. So this would be more of like a club setting than a class, because that way y'all could participate. You wouldn't need another elective or anything like that. So you could do it before or after school. So I like that. That's great.
I think at my nephew's school, I was just telling Sherry, at one of my nephew's school, they have a couple kids that go around and do this, and then they film the game and take pictures during, professional pictures during the game. Then they put a link up and sell their pictures or sell the video or something as a little side gig, but they go to all the school events and things. It's it's a growing area. I think it's great for us to get involved in that. And Dave, my husband coached you in 5K upward basketball, and he believes your success is solely because of those fundamentals he gave you in 5K upward.
I'm very thankful for all this.
I'm sure the little girl in pigtails that was on your team was also really, she helped drive that drive for you. I'm kidding. No, thank y'all. That was great. It's a great idea. It is.
And Ms. Benson, I know we heard from several of the students, but would you mind introducing who else is in the class and who is here with us or having them introduce themselves? I'll leave that up to you.
Yes, if you haven't yet had the opportunity to speak with your group, if y'all will make your way over here, we do have several that are out with athletics, but Cohen and Ryder and Noah and Rachel and Samantha. Brooks, you set the tone for us a moment ago. So y'all come on forward. All of these students are also working on projects geared towards the city. They will be presenting April 3rd to City Council. Prior to April 3rd, they are also going to various boards and committees within the city. Parks and Rec Board is tomorrow night, and we will take several of our projects before them to get their feedback. And we're just learning it's a process. You can't just decide to have an idea and the next day run with it. You have to develop it and oftentimes receive funding and move forward. So Brooks Maddox, you introduced yourself a little bit earlier. So Cohen, come on forward, introduce yourself.
Hey, Cohen, let's get name, grade, what you participate in, and if you're a senior, future plans. Can you remember those 4 things, everyone?
Yes,
All right,
I am
go
not
ahead.
a senior. My name's Cohen Looney. I'm a junior. I work at Mills by Misty year-round. I'm very involved in First Baptist Church, and I will be at the Parks and Recs meeting tomorrow implementing or going over what I would like to improve.
Great. Kevin?
My name is Ryder Clayton. I'm also a junior at Trussville, and I'm involved with, of course, the leadership class, and I'm also in National Honor Society. I'm not a senior, like I just said, but I'm planning on attending Auburn University when I'm done. And my group, Ava Claire, was in the video. We're with the mural. We're trying to get a mural passed for Trussville to honor like our success and advancement that we made as a city. And we're working with Ben Short, and we already have our ordinance passed. So.
Awesome. Awesome. Good job.
Hello, my name's Ella Serena, and I'm a senior. This past year, I was co-captain of the varsity football and competition cheer team, and I serve on Service Association, Senior Board, Focus Club, and I'm a member of National Honor Society and Leadership HT. And after high school, I plan to attend Mississippi State University in order to pursue a degree in elementary education. Yeah.
There will be a Mississippi State Alumni Association meeting in the back with Joy Tyner in the back corner.
My name's Noah Frugier. I'm a junior at Hewitt-Trussville High School. I'm in Leadership HT, National Honor Society. Right now we're working on the Christmas tree lights, not for the tree, right, but for the actual mall itself, just to lighten our tradition up. I love to play drums at church. I'm a big part of my church, and I hope to continue there. And I plan to go to Auburn University for engineering.
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Purnell. I'm a junior at Hewitt-Trussville High School. I'm involved in Leadership Hewitt-Trussville, National Honor Society, Service Association, and Junior Board. And I'm involved at my church, Crosspoint Church. And I'm a part of the Trussville Signs and Merchant Maps. And we have met with the Chamber. We are going to meet with the Trussville Redevelopment Authority. And we hope to implement and enhance our community soon. So thank you.
Hello, I'm Samantha Morrison. I'm also a junior, and I'm involved in the soccer program, National Honor Society, Girls Engineering, and Leadership HT. And I'm also working with the Trussville Merchants Sign and Map. And we're planning to make a sign and a map to implement around Trussville to show people around the merchants who may not be seen or who people haven't heard of, and just to spread the word. So thank you.
Thank you again for your time. And if any of these projects were of interest to you and you have any expertise or have anything that you would like to share with them, please catch up with us after our meeting. Thank you.
Ms. Benson, could we get a picture of all the students? And Dave and BJ, ladies, if you come forward.
Great job.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Thank y'all for coming. Oh, I don't even have to group. They're so tall.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You have those boys in front of you.
Look. They're so polished. Yes. I don't even speak like that as a 61. Just double over.
Amen. Tell me about it. No, you don't. She does a great job.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Good job, guys. Okay, no one has signed today to speak, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right. Very good. Thank you all. Have a great night.